What's happening, gang? I ain't gonna lie. Devin Martinez, bro, I'm one of the most straightforwardest people you will ever meet in your life. Facts. I don't play no games, bro. I get straight to the point with everything that I do. Let me fix my camera right quick. And I got morals, bro. And my morals is the reason why I move and go along my moves like how I do now. From a kid all the way to a grown adult. Like, for instance, right? I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Now, none of my stories are fabricated. I tell nothing but the truth, bro. I tell only the truth, and I'm straightforward with it. I don't care how it sounds, how bad it sounds. Like yesterday, I said I used to get abused as a kid. That might have been an exaggeration, but it was pretty close though. I go all the way. You understand what I mean? Like, I don't sugarcoat anything, and that's why a lot of people don't like that, because they don't like the hard truth. But I'm gonna tell the truth regardless of anything, because I was never told to tell a lie. You know what I'm saying? People only told me to tell the truth. But yeah, I do not talk to my friends' girlfriends or anybody they're talking to, like if they're having sexual relations with a woman, or they just talking to her, or they in a relationship and they broke up. I don't associate with any women that talk to my friends at all, 100%. Because I always have my own women, and I know how butthurt these dudes get over women. That's why I don't do shit like that. Facts. So let me tell you a story about my homie. Now, this story takes place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on 36th in Vienna. So at this point, I believe it's like around 2020, about 2020, yeah, or maybe 2021. So at this time, I was working at Checkers, right? This was during the pandemic, so he wasn't going to school. So literally, I would just sit on the computer all day, do schoolwork, and then go to work, and then work all day, literally. So boom, this is during the pandemic and stuff like that. And my homie and stuff, he needed a job too. Now my homie was a dropout, like he didn't go to school at all. So he was really just focused on making money and stuff, because they poor. I mean, we both poor and stuff like that, but he more poor though, because he got more siblings. It's just me and my mom. If you got one child, it's not really hard to keep up with one child as it would if you had four. I think it was four of them that stayed in the house along with his dad. So it was like 5 people in the household. You know, his dad could only tackle so much, bro, with 4 kids by himself, single dad. So I seen what my homie was going through, and I seen that he was struggling and stuff like that. So I basically kind of like begged my manager. I was kind of like tugging on her, pulling strings and stuff, trying to get her to hire him, so he could work at Checkers with me, right? Now I'm making like $7.75 an hour, but it's still something, bro. You know, slow motion is still better than no motion. So I finally pulled some strings and stuff. I help him with his application. I do the whole application for him. I talk to my manager. They schedule him an interview. He come in, and they basically say they really ain't want to hire him, but I basically begged him and stuff. They was basically saying that he was weird. He kind of is a little weird though. Like he one of them like hood dudes, them shiesty hood dudes that's like wickedly evil. So like people would consider him weird, bro. Kind of like emo young boy. You feel me? Like he like weird, bro. But he a hood dude, and he basically evil, bro. He's so evil that he weird. So yeah. So that happens basically, and he finally started his first day at work. Now, me and him from the same hood and stuff like that, so we used to meet up, or he'd come to my house, and then we'd walk to work together, right? So we'd walk to work together, and I think he was only working there for like maybe 2 weeks before he quit, or I think he got fired though. Mind you, after I just did all that stuff, filled out the application and all that, bro. But I'm going to tell y'all about the story of how a woman came in, right? So dudes be so obsessed with women, bro, that they forget to get to the bag. Yo, pops are struggling. You trying to help him with the bills, and you more worried about a woman. So we met this girl. I ain't gonna say her name and shit. We gonna call her Zaria. So Zaria goes to my school and stuff. I knew Zaria before him, but I put him on with her or whatever, basically, right? And yeah, he basically started fucking with her and shit. Like, he fucked with her heavy and stuff like that. She like light skinned though. She was pretty though. And me and her were cool, basically, bro. The only time she would text me, basically, is to ask me, basically, like, the only time she would text me to see where he was at. She'd be like, "Oh, where your friend at and shit? Where he at?" Woo, woo. I'm like, "I don't know. I don't got a compass on no grown man. Like, I ain't got no tracker on or anything." And that'd be it, basically, right? Yeah. So basically, if she texted me, that means she was in my inbox. But she wasn't in my inbox because I was fucking with her. She was in my inbox because she was asking me a question about somebody else, not having any type of relations or anything like that. Because at the same time, I told y'all I do not mess with women that mess with my homie. And the reason, and this is the main reason of why I do this. Mind you, my homie tried to slime me out, bro, over this girl, and I wasn't even fucking with her in the first place, bro. I did nothing. A lot of these stories, gang, I did nothing, and people did shit to me. So how do you think that make me feel? You know? So, we at work and stuff. We working at Checkers and stuff, bro. I spoke to Brody the whole day. This is how shiesty dudes be, bro. I spoke to him the whole day. We was chopping up the whole day at work and stuff, talking about random stuff, probably stuff that's going on in the hood, little shit like that at work. So we both get off work. I think I get off at 8 o'clock. He gets off at 9. He didn't want to walk home by himself too. So he told me like, "Oh, hey, you just work till 9 with me, bro, so we can walk home together." I'm like, "All right, I'll stay an extra hour." So I stayed an extra hour, boom, got that extra little pay. And then we proceeded to walk down our to our hood and shit, basically. Like, he would have to keep going straight, and then I would turn, basically, right? So like we'd part ways, but we'd pretty much be at the same area, basically. Like, we was in the same area. He stayed on 37th, I stayed on 36th, literally. So we were real close to each other. So his phone wasn't on, obviously, because like I said, y'all, he ain't having no money right now. So he has to use my phone and stuff like that. I'm like, "Here, bro, you can use my phone. I don't care." To call his siblings to tell them to open the door up because he don't have his house key either. You know how hood dudes, they always lose their house key, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now they gotta call their siblings to let them in, bro. Little shit like that. So he called his siblings stuff like, "Ooh, open the door." So I'm sitting over here talking while we walking and stuff, talking about something random. I think I was talking about my girlfriend that I just met, probably, or something random. And he basically, I didn't even peep that he was going through my phone, bro. Mind you, gang, a grown man going through another grown man phone. He went through another grown man phone, right? It was reading me and his girlfriend messages, bro. I don't know, because he seen her in my inbox, but he was scrolling through the messages. I don't know if dude thought that I was talking or anything, but I don't know where he got that perception from that that I was fucking with his girlfriend, because none of the messages showed that I was doing that. So I don't know where he got that from. So boom, he give me my phone and stuff like that. We part ways, shit. I shake him up. I'm like, "All right, gang." You know what I'm saying? I shake him up. He go that way. I go my ways. So I go home. Literally. Now, I'm like a block away from my crib, right? I get on the porch and I put the keys in the door. And I get a message from my homie and shit. And he say, "I ain't gonna lie, you a bitch in my eyes." From my homie that I just seen like 5 minutes ago. Not even 5 minutes ago, maybe 3 minutes ago. From my homie that I just came with, that I was talking to y'all about. I just seen him. So when I seen the message, and he just told me that 3 minutes ago. I just shook him up 3 minutes ago. Keep that in mind, y'all. I looked at the message and I didn't believe that he sent that to me. So I texted him. I sent a laugh emoji. I'm like, "Wrong person, gang." I was like, I think he texted wrong person, gang, with a laughing emoji. Cause mind you, I just seen him. We were just talking. And then he was like, "No, I got the right person." I sent the question mark. I'm like, "Huh? What are you talking about? Like, are you playing? Like, what are you talking about?" He like, "I see you were sorry in messages in your phone and shit. And you a bitch, bro. Why are you talking to my girlfriend? Woo, 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 woo." I'm like, "Huh?" Now I never been. Now at this point, I'm like 16, maybe 15 years old. I was between 2020. Okay, it's 2026. I was like 15. Wait, yeah, I must have been 15. I never been confronted with a dude doing that to me before over a woman, but I always heard stories about it. I didn't know that dudes still get tender over women, so I didn't know. I didn't know how to react to that. I wasn't talking to her, and then he basically just insinuated that I seen the messages stuff. I know you fucking with her. He was just convinced, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm sitting over here confused. I'm like, why would I try to talk to my homie's girl, bro? And then he basically started sending me threatening messages and stuff like that. He was like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was like, I'm cool on you, bro. Just stay out the way, woo woo. He was like, keep your head up in the dark and shit like that, bro. Basically, like trying to like throw subliminal messages at me and shit. Then he got to throwing shots on Facebook on his story, talking about some all dudes, hoes and shit like that. And I'll do this and I'll do that to woo woo. And I'm like, bro, where is all this coming from? I'm like, where's all this coming from? Like, bro, what? I didn't do nothing, bro. I didn't do shit to deserve this, bro. Where all this is coming from? You feel me? So I'm like, all right. So I proceeded to get my phone and screen record every single message of me and Zaria. I screen recorded every message, bro, and I sent it to him. I'm like, where in these messages does it say that I was being flirtatious with your girl, or she was being flirtatious with me? Nowhere in messages it said that. And he ended up reading this shit and finding out that he was just being delusional and shit like that. So he tried to come back and apologize to me. But I ain't gonna lie, I ain't fucking with him, because why you trying to slime your mans out over a woman? And then I come to find out later that I think Shorty was playing like sides and shit, bro, basically. Like, I think she was playing with him, trying to act like she was fucking with me, bro. Acting like she was fucking with one of my friends to like get back at him. So he always felt like I was talking to her, but I wasn't. You feel me? But I think Shorty did have a crush on me, though, because I linked with her like after me and bro got into it. But I didn't do anything with her and shit. She just wanted to like smoke and shit. But yeah, like I said, still, even after me and bro got into it, I still wouldn't crack his female and shit like that, because that's just not some stuff that I do, bro. I don't want a dude seconds. I'm not with that. Key takeaway from this video, though, because I try to keep it about 10 minutes. Never talk to a girl that your homie is talking to, bro. Because the thing about dudes that's scary, bro, is versus women, is women to tell you like, oh, I don't like that you're fucking with Tyrone. I don't like that you're fucking with Tyrone. They'll let you know that they don't like that you talking to they dude. But dudes, they won't say nothing, bro. They'll just feel butthurt, bro. They'll just have all that secret animosity and they really hate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to slime you up behind your back, all because you talking to their girl. You feel me? And they won't care, you know? So you just gotta watch out for dudes, because dudes be snakes when it come to women, bro. Like, women, bro, at least they let it be known. Ain't nothing scarier than having an enemy that you don't even know is an enemy. You feel me? But yeah, I'm a man that stands on morals and principles, though. You know, like I practice sexual discipline, bro. So a woman, I don't need to talk to every single woman I see. I don't need to put myself in a vulnerable state like that, bro. You know, to even so much as need to talk to women, bro. I can control myself around women. And y'all should be the same way too and practice sexual discipline. It's a part of being a man. But hey, gang, I'm gonna wrap this video up though, because I ain't trying to make this video too long though, y'all. Love, gang.